He's a Mad Max, not a Happy Max. He's a Mad Max, not Goofy's Max. He's a Mad Max, here for night and day. He's a Mad Max, it's beyond May. Hey, ANTHONIX Maxiteers. I'm just playing the Mad Max video game for the PS4. Let me just kill this big boss and beat the game. Then we'll start the review. Yeah! I'm just gonna assume that one and only guy is the main bad guy. I win! Hi, I'm ANTHONIX Maximus, bitching to you about movies because movies have lied to me about the year 2020. Except for A Quiet Place. It's true, John Krasinski is married to Emily Blunt. I'm gonna apologize right now. There's a good chance you're gonna be hearing some fireworks. ANTHONIX Maxiteers, we are at the end of the season for ANTHONIX Maximus Reviews. And yes, we're still in quarantine. But since Xander is free, and Vincent Tiberius is out of his coma. It's Nicholas Tess.
Tony, just checking in to see if you're still making your videos.
Yes, Nicholas, I am.
Regularly?
Yes.
Didn't like how you said that.
I've just been busy.
With?
Schitt's Creek, The Office, Netflix.
Damn it, Antoine Maxwell. I've been busy too. I've been trying to find those 5G towers, but here I am checking up on you.
Hold on. You don't think the 5G towers are causing COVID-19, do you?
No, that's idiotic. All the phone companies are building them to resurrect Alexander Graham Bell, so he can rule an empire of phones.
That's, okay.
I didn't say it was a good plan.
Alright, have fun. I'll be reviewing the last movie before the summer break.
Summer break? Are you kidding me? Your videos aren't a TV show. There are no seasons.
Oh no, look, I'm losing my Wi-Fi signal.
Tony!
Sorry, gotta go.
Tony!
Let's discuss Mildly Perturbed Max. Director George Miller with James McCausland wrote a screenplay about an unhinged officer who loses his family to a violent motorcycle gang in a post-societal collapse Australia. After avenging his wife and son, Mad Max goes out to the wasteland to be mad at people. Mad Max, starring Mel Gibson, was released in 1979. It was to an Australian market. George Miller had intended Mad Max to be a silent film with diegetic sounds. Miller's knowledge of blood and gore comes from his days as a med student over at the University of South Wales. It was there that George Miller met Byron Kennedy, where both of their love for film created a partnership to produce experimental film. Mad Max actually made just over $5 million in the Australian market, but it made $100 million worldwide. Then the success of Mad Max created a sequel, Mad Max 2. But since the US audience wasn't fully aware of Mad Max, it was released in the States as The Road Warrior. Finally, in 1985, a third Mad Max film was made co-starring Tina Turner, and that film was Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Now, I wouldn't say the film was bad. I liked it, but like most third films, it's the weaker of the trilogy. The fourth and recent film was a production nightmare. A lot of issues going on with 9/11 and just a lot of climate changes, and eventually Mel Gibson had to step away. However, George Miller never really intended for Mad Max to always be played by Mel Gibson. So in 2011, George Miller began production once again, this time with Tom Hardy in the leading role. And in 2015, George Miller delighted audiences with Mad Max Fury Road.
I was a cop, a road warrior searching for a righteous cause.
If you want visuals, go watch the first Mad Max. A sneak peek into another Fast and the Furious movie 5 years from now.
They are long dead.
Not the two-headed CGI lizard. Save the day, Peter. Now this is the remake of Ego we've been waiting for.
haunted by those I could not protect.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Max Rockatansky actually lost his wife and baby boy. Them tattooing Max? Cool. Them trying to brand him? Oh, hell nah. He's not that big of a Ghost Rider fan.
How are you, Max?
Ah, that's a scary kid. Are you sure you miss her? Okay, I peed a little. You're gonna be the new Mel Gibson and like it. You know, it's very rare to see Donald Trump's morning routine. This here is Morton Joe, played by Hugh Keys-Byrne, who previously played Toe Cutter in the first Mad Max film. Two unrelated characters. Toe Cutter and Morton Joe. Where do they get these names? What's next? Mad Max versus Bee's Knees Dave?
Who will ride with me, eternal, on the highways of Valhalla?
Well, in case you're wondering, the local leather bar is thriving in this economy. And Morton Joe is a former colonel turned warlord who had taken over the water.
Do not, my friends, become addicted to water. It will take hold of you.
And that's all the water you get today, see? Give me attitude, and tomorrow you get Tizani. And this is Imperator Furiosa, played by Charlize Theron, best known as the woman always saving Brandon Flowers' life. That's right, YouTube. I just played a second or two of a song. Go ahead and demonetize a non-monetized reviewer. Damn it! Look, I know putting a mask on is a hassle, but just go to the grocery store, huh?
Furiosa! She took a lot of stuff from me, Morton Joe!
What stuff?
Breeders! He's prized breeders!
And this scrappy war boy, played by a cosplaying Smashing Pumpkins extra, is Nux, played by Nicholas Hoult.
He looked at me! He looked right at me!
I can tell you now, the mask is not going to protect you from anything.
Take from me. Got my blood, now it's my car! Shift to the turbo!
Yes! My favorite character in this whole film.
It's a detour.
As Immortan Joe is on Furiosa's trail for taking his sister wives, she is ambushed by the rejects from Mario Kart. Huh. One problem fixed the other.
We can't breathe down there! Stay out of sight!
Say bye-bye to the neck! To capital! We're going in, Flint!
Aw, it's so kind of the titled hero to help out. Lightning tornadoes? George Miller wanted to use very little to no special effects at all. All the crashes and explosions were real. This and the CGI two-headed lizard were the only CGI items. But even then, I'm not too sure.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
You've got that right. This is such stunning display of death. Wow. Between snakes and fox bats and fire tornadoes and the third Crocodile Dundee film, it's like Australia wants us dead. What do you know? Mad Max has discovered post-COVID spring break.
Water.
Ooh, hold on. I'm gonna grab my laptop here. I just want to screenshot the scene, okay? Now I'm gonna add some text. All right, I'm just gonna add this quote here, make it look like it's from Tom Hardy, even though he would never say that. And there. Ooh. And let's not forget to add a minion because, oh, you boomers love minions. And I made a meme. I imagine Tom Hardy would say, if you drank water from a hose as a kid, you had an awesome childhood. You boomer housewives can share this on Facebook and be the talk of your Karen circle. You'll be so quirky. This is what happens when you greenlight a female Ghostbusters movie. Sorry, I'm only lashing out because we got screwed out of a potentially good Ghostbusters movie this summer. Well, let me go ahead and put on my Queens College educated hat and break down this scene. Max fights with Furiosa, as now the battle for equality has tipped the scales of gender hierarchy. The hose going off indicates subtle sexual tension, and the hot sand being so coarse and getting everywhere is referencing Anakin Skywalker. Look, I gave you the pieces of the puzzle. Put it together yourself.
I want to drive the war rig. What are you going to ask for?
That's my jacket.
Sure. You can ask for more than a jacket.
Nikki Holt! Am I gonna have to write a Beast and Bane fanfic? Because I already have.
Do you think he's coming to the green place?
Never. He's a crazy smeg who eats schlanger.
Yeah, it's probably the best that Max decided to take Furiosa and the girls with him. It's pretty much their movie. Notice Tom Hardy is jittery. He is basically studying sporadic behavior of Mel Gibson, or being Mel Gibson today in current interviews. As Furiosa drops off the water to the people who handle the oil, one of the wives begin to go into labor. Yeah, this movie is basically chase, stop, chase. And even while they're stopped, they're still being chased. That's not a criticism, by the way. It's just me explaining to you why it seems like I'm jumping scene to scene. It's really the movie.
That's my child! My property!
I gotta say, it's nice to see Rosie Huntington-Whiteley actually do something. Makes up for her lack of anything in Transformers Dark of the Moon.
And I myself will carry you to the gates of Valhalla. You will ride eternal, shiny and chrome.
See, in this film, Immortan Joe is represented as a godlike cult leader. And Nux is a blind follower that believes that Joe will glorify him with what little is promised. Sound familiar, Redcaps? Ooh, Topico! The chrome spray is sort of like an anointment as a safe passageway to the holy afterlife for their blind following. If someone huffs paint, they're gonna find themselves hallucinating anything they want. That being said, don't do it. So the idea of Immortan Joe's society is that the healthy males are used to operate the machinery of the Citadel, while the healthy, pure women are actually used as Immortan Joe's wives to produce a pure, superior breed of children. And now, as we see, she is dead, and the baby was actually healthy, so now Joe is pissed.
They were calling my name. I should be walking with the immortal, no feasting with the heroes full time.
And that's how cults work. Cults will actually deprive the followers of essentials such as water, so much so that it makes them believe they are less than adequate. So much so that whenever the guardian actually shows the slightest bit of positivity towards the follower is motivated to obey the leader. And sadly, it's a mentally abusive form of toxicity.
And they're looking for hope.
What about you?
Redemption.
Oh, don't worry, you've already redeemed yourself after Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome with Tina Turner. I'm not sure why I just made that joke. I actually liked the movie. Probably because it was the first Mad Max movie I saw.
We're the only ones left.
Ah, the classic take your left arm off and drop to your knees to scream trope. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I give her a hug? Do I need to be in this movie? You know the routine. Is there hope? Yep, let's turn around and take over.
You son of a bitch! I'm in!
Going back to the Citadel!
Me every time I leave Golden Corral. That's right. Nobody goes anywhere until my favorite character gets his axe. Mad Max helps our heroes by sucking and spitting. By the way, Pride Month just passed. Happy Pride. Sorry. Look at all the choreography, the trapeze, and the wild costumes. They may be evil, but these guys make the dystopian future look fun. I can't wait. Total ripoff of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And that's why they call it Shotgun. Okay, it's not a shotgun, but I'm still proud of the joke. Yes! Way to go, George Miller, you still got it. Real stunts, real action, real deaths. Probably. No, Max, he's not taking requests. No, this is no time to play Carry On My Wayward Son. Fun fact! Australian musician Iota plays Coma Doof Warrior. I actually did some research on this character because he is awesome. He is actually one of Immortan Joe's deformed war boys. Born without eyes, his sole purpose is to relay Immortan Joe's orders through the power of rock.
Remember me?
Not sure if YouTube's gonna even allow me to show Immortan Joe's jaw and mask being ripped from his face, but yo, Joe!
He's dead! He's dead!
Your god has been proven false. So let's wreck this bitch. Wait, that means Nux killed the blind rocker. This is the worst movie ever. We wrap up the movie with Mad Max giving blood to Furiosa, Joe shown to be dead, the people reclaim the Citadel, and Happy Max spreads cheer and joy to the next adventure. So there we have it. It's the season finale of ANTHONIX MAXIMUS Reviews, and we went out with Mad Max Fury Road. I loved the movie. It is a high-octane movie, but it also proves that George Miller, after all these decades of directing and producing, he still has it. It's kind of crazy what he can do. He can one moment go from like a bloody movie like those Mad Max films, but also do Happy Feet. Did you know he was actually going to direct a Justice League movie back in the early 2000s? None of the characters were going to be in continuity with the previous films, like the Dark Knight films. It was going to be standalone, and it was supposed to be the most expensive production in Warner Brothers history. And interestingly enough, what I've heard was it was supposed to be shot just like they did for Beowulf. I'm not sure how well that would have turned out. But again, George Miller still has his range. Mad Max Fury Road did very well. There had been talk that Furiosa was actually going to have her own spin-off film. And actually kind of makes sense considering the fact that the only flaw in this movie is that for a Mad Max film, you could have taken Mad Max out and it would still have the same result. In the same vein that Indiana Jones could have not been involved in Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Still would have been the same result. A little bit different, but same result. I really think the film was supposed to be like a backdoor pilot for Furiosa, in movie form, of course. It's been a crazy year. We've been stuck inside because of quarantine, and it had nothing to do with Dr. Cinema.
Damn right, it had nothing to do with me.
Oh, hey, Doc.
With no one seeing my bad movies, I have little to do. I shall be taking a vacation.
Really? You're gonna be gone for the summer? Okay, gee, I can't believe it. I feel like I'm gonna be missing you.
Oh, I shall return soon. Drive-in theaters are making a comeback.
Where are you gonna go?
I shall be traveling to Florida, Texas, then Arizona to avoid COVID mess.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Don't worry, I am never gone.
So long, Doctor. Anyways, along with the crazy COVID thing going on, it's good that we finally have Sid Xander free, made a new friend with Nicholas Tess, and my buddy Vincent Tiberius is back awake and out of his coma. Nicholas?
Forget the reviews. Dr. Cinema is not able to release any bad movies at this time.
What? I'm not used to you telling me to stop.
You need to get out of your home, now!
My God. Alright, I thought Dr. Cinema was done. Is he sending his men over?
No. But you gotta find...
Nicholas! Hello, twin brother. Addison? Addison, what are you doing here?
Well, what kind of greeting is that?
I thought you were staying with those TikTokers at that hype house. But, like most good friendships, things just unraveled. Words were said. I burned down their house. You know the routine. So I decided to come along and help my brother out with his YouTube channel. Oh, I've already made my move about an hour ago. Tell me, how's your drink? Come on, things were just coming together. Please don't. And I've already started with the cameras installed already. There, here, over there, everywhere.
Honey, I can't get in. Addison locked me out.
That way I don't have to explain different angles. Why, it's gonna be a long, sizzling summer. Must. Oh, don't keep drinking! I'm so sorry, it's good. My face. Addison. Hi, I'm Addison Von Drake. You're welcome. And I just wanted to say I'll be taking over for a while, but we will be having fun. it's right at the end. Voiceover, yay, I get to take the mask off. Okay, you know what? If Max is not going to wear a mask, neither will I. ANTHONIX Maximus Reviews